The wounds are fresh. Fresh
All right,
wounds.
let's jump into some Sunday football.
Fresh.
9:30 in the morning over in Munich, Germany. Bucks giving up a home game. I mean, it's home for Buccaneers in Germany. Seahawks coming in, traveling with them. Who you guys like here? Who's your Bucks are a 2.5-point favorite here.
I like the Bucs. I like the way the game ended. It last week. It looked like a more complete Buccaneer offense. They had the tight end Otten being involved, and I think that helped tremendously. Godwin was heavily involved. Obviously, it's still a fragile situation there. They still can't run the ball. I hear a lot about Rashad White possibly, stepping in for Fournette, maybe a little bit more change of a pace. Probably a good idea just to give it a shot, anything at this point in time. But I think the Bucs are the team here for me. How about you, Wib?
I completely understand why you would say that, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch out on a limb here. I mean, Tampa needs it more, you could argue. I would say Tampa definitely needs this one more. But I just think Seattle's having a damn good time. They're just out here having fun. I'm gonna go underdog here. I'm gonna take the underdog here. You guys are probably right. Tampa's definitely probably going to pull this one out in Germany. But I just watched them do a practice down there. They're having a really good time over there. Maybe too much fun. Who knows? That's why we're going to play it on Sunday. But I'm going to go Seattle here. I'm going to take the underdog. How about you, Nikki?
Riding the wave with you, Ed. I'm going Seattle on this one as well. I do agree with what Charlie said, how the Buccaneers did look more complete last week. Look like maybe they're getting it together, and that maybe that this could be a week where they, start to come forth and establish themselves as a contender. But this year it's been so rocky of a season, not just with the Bucs, but with everybody. It's hard to predict. You've seen it time and time again this whole season, like, oh, this team's going to bounce back this season or this next week because they did good last week. But I just don't see it happening in this game. Seahawks secondary, really nitty gritty, getting after the football. Geno Smith playing good ball. I got Seattle and Kenneth Walker having a hell of a time in the last 3 games too. 570 yards, 7 touchdowns. So really good there. And to touch on the run game for the Buccaneers, like you said, Charlie. So Seattle's got that going for them, and they're playing good football. So Seattle's
putting up 26 points a game. The last dub that the Bucs got, they scored 16. The last dub they got before that, they scored 21. So I'm not trying to say that the numbers are telling everything here, because that's why we play on Sunday. But the Bucs are gonna have to score more than 16 points to beat Seattle.
Yeah, and so when I look at this game and I look at the teams Seattle's played, a lot of their big wins are against bottom 5 defenses. Arizona, Detroit, Chargers, Atlanta, even the Saints. Those are bad defenses this year. And that's where they're getting big yardage, big points. So when they come to facing teams like the Giants, San Francisco, and Denver, they're scoring less than 20. I know they scored more than 20 on the Giants, but they had 2 red zone turnovers. There was easy money. Yeah. So I do think the Bucs defense has a recipe here to keep the Seahawks game close. But to me, it's still, I can't trust Byron Leftwich's play calling. It was comical at that game. People, the announcers were even saying oh, first down, here comes a run. I think the first half, it was 10 out of 11 first downs was a run. It wasn't even and then second half, did we get the ball? First play, run. I just sat in my seat just laughing. I'm like, he's doing it out of spite now. I think he's just doing it to piss off people. He doesn't care. It was just, it's bad. So until I see more movement away from Byron Leftwich play calling, it's hard for me to pick the Bucs to outpace an offense that's putting up more than 20. So I got to go Seahawks.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm not Brady.
It.
No, because Brady's just being realistic. Seriously, you gotta put up points. You gotta start scoring. That was good against the Rams team that just is really just not looking good right now.